Hi there, my name is Samuel. Welcome back to another video where today we should be taking a look at the set 75324 Dark Trooper Attack, which does include 166 pieces. 4 minifigures, and this did originally retail for £25, $30 and €30. So let's start off by taking a look at the minifigures. So starting off with Luke Skywalker in his Return of the Jedi robes, which that is just honestly incredible to say, let alone actually see that on telly. But here you can see we have Luke Skywalker in his new robes, which I think is really awesome. We have the hood. Well, technically they're not new robes, but you get what I mean. It's technically a new minifigure here. You can see we have the green lightsaber, we've got the black glove, we have the hood, which I absolutely just love that. The printing is so good. You can see his face print, and I believe all of it is actually new apart from the face that he's printing, which is really cool. You can see his other face where he's not as happy, and then we have finally got that back printing, which is really neat. Sorry, there you can see that there. So this minifigure is really simple, but for me, maybe it's because of nostalgia, maybe because it's my love of the character. Either way, this is, I think, one of my favorite minifigures of this year. It's just so cool. Like I said, I really love that scene. So seeing this minifigure is absolutely incredible. I would have loved a hairpiece because I keep thinking, what hairpiece would they use? But still, it's absolutely incredible though. Maybe R2 or Grogu to go with him could have been a nice accessory. So then taking a look at the Dark Trooper, which let's just admit it here, this is practically a battle pack for Dark Troopers, which I know is what literally everyone says. Yeah, we have the Dark Trooper here, which I think is absolutely incredible. Like, this minifigure was done really well. And yeah, it was a shame when it was put in the more expensive Moff Gideon's light cruiser, but the fact that he's here, I just think he's done really well. You can see the front printing there. You can see the back as well with the armor piece, and it has this really unique helmet, which I think is really cool. You can see it has like the visor underneath, and if we take off the armor pad, you can see some more printing, which I think is really neat. This minifigure, it just looks so strange like this, but overall I think it's just really well done. You can see he had the silver bits just to sort of add the gaps, because these definitely could have been a bit skinnier or a lot skinnier, sort of like the super battle droids. But I think the minifigure approach is still really cool, and like this helmet, sorry, is really cool. But yeah, that is the Dark Trooper. And then quickly, sorry, here's the gun, which is a different build from the light cruiser set. Yeah, this is the Dark Trooper minifigure. Now let's take a look at the set. So retaining the same angle as the intro here, you can see straight off the bat, this is a really simple but quite effective set. I would say it's quite a large set. I'd have to admit, it's quite a large base. There's quite a lot to it. The walls are definitely, yeah, a little bit simple, but just like the actual base fit is pretty large, like the area of the set is, which is pretty cool. We have this, which is a play feature. It does stick out, which isn't the best, but still, it's not too bad. You can see we have some lights, which I don't really get why that is, but hey, I guess it's just for some more detailing. You can see we have the back, which looks pretty cool. You have the panels going around. You have the door. Then we also have another hallway entrance or exit here, which is pretty cool, I guess, if you want to connect it. Though I would definitely prefer just another panel just to complete the wall, because for example in the thumbnail it's just really jarring. You can see a little hole. It's quite an awkward one to photograph, I'd have to admit, because the angles that you've got, you technically can't get a proper angle without really being in there with like a really close-up lens. So yeah, you can see that there, which is pretty awesome. We have the Dark Troopers, we have the paneling here. So let's quickly just take one final look of Luke approaching down here, so then we can remove the figures to actually have a look at the area of the set. So here you can see we have the base. It's pretty large. It is pretty awesome. And if we move down to the back, you can see we have the walls here, the panels, which these panel stickers I really like. Just some really nice detailing. Then at the back we've got this entrance, which I really like. This entrance, it just works so well for Luke Skywalker. And if we quickly put Luke in there, you can't fit him with his lightsaber, I don't believe, or you can barely fit him without it. So there you can have that. You can have the Dark Troopers waiting, and then here he comes, which that is just so awesome. Like, honestly, I love the scene. It's really cool. And yeah, if you wanted to do that with Luke, you just wouldn't be able to with the blade, so you'd have to remove the blade and just do it with the handle and just kind of find a way to make it work, because there you can see it. Yeah, it's not the best in the sense. It just doesn't completely fit. Maybe you could put Luke at the back, or you could bend him back a little bit. I'm sure there's something you can do, but yeah, it's not the best. But hey, honestly, it doesn't matter. Like, it's such a slimline build, and it's just a really nice build, so it really doesn't matter. But yeah, that is basically what that looks like. Again, there's that little panel there. So that's kind of, honestly, most of like the set. If we quickly take a look at the top angle, you can see we've got some grills and just some nice pieces that really didn't need to be there, which I really appreciate Lego doing that. I think it's just such a neat little thing just to really help this set get along, in the sense of just making this as good as they can. So what you can do, we can put Luke Skywalker on here. You can sort of put him on one foot. That's normally what I do to help pose. And you can do that so he can spin around and slice up the troopers, which is pretty cool. So for example, example, we got one of them here, he can do that. And if you do it hard enough, you might be able to knock him over a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so you can, a little bit of a brutal false, but you can. And then you can also have the scene where Luke Skywalker is batting him with his lightsaber, and then he pushes this one forward and it absolutely cuts him up, which is pretty cool. So you could most probably do that and then that to make it look like he's actually doing that. So that, I think, is really cool. But that's it. That's honestly all of it for the build there. You can see the underside. So yeah, there's no actual technic pins or anything to help connect to another one, but that is mainly what the set is. This is kind of a pain, because if you want to have it like flush against something, you can't. You'd have to modify it, but honestly, it wouldn't really be too hard to modify. So yeah, that is the build of the set. Now let's go on to my final thoughts of this set. So there we have it. I hope you did enjoy this review. Overall, I think this set, honestly, is absolutely incredible. Like, I genuinely think this is such an iconic scene, I would say, in my opinion. Like, honestly, that scene was absolutely incredible. I really just love the whole scene. It was so great. To see it done in Lego, I think is just really cool. And yeah, I don't think it detracts from the set. Like, when you look at this, I just think they've done really well. The fact, like I said earlier, it can really go with any type of collector, if it's a child playing with this set or if it's an adult displaying it. So yeah, I think it's truly a really well done set. Like the minifigures, just everything about this set, I think it's done really well. And yeah, it's definitely a shame that, again, they didn't cover that up, but still, it's really cool. Maybe it would be worth getting another one to fill in that gap, but personally for me, I think it's fine. You know, it doesn't really matter. I don't really like customizing my sets anymore. So yeah, what do you think of this set? It's one of those I recommend. Like, if you really like Star Wars or Luke Skywalker or that scene in general, just go for it. Wait for it on sale if you want to, because it definitely can go cheaper. I think I've seen it for about 18, I want to say. I could have got one on Prime Day for another, like, cheaper, but I was like, well, I don't really need another one. So yeah, what do you think of this set? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below, and until the next video, see you there. Bye for now.